Hello folks, welcome to a little mini presentation on SMEs, small and medium entities, the International Financial Reporting Standard for small and medium entities. Now, this little presentation is within the remit of P2. P2 is corporate reporting, and it's the second of the professional papers at the ACCA and has the examiner Graham Holt. The ACCA do a little bit of outreach in the context of the examiners, and one of the feedbacks that the practitioners gave to the ACCA in the context of P2, corporate reporting, was they advised that they wanted Graham to examine SMEs more. Now, he hasn't done much examination of SMEs over the years. He's infrequently referred to it. So I guess he's going to refer to it more and more and more as the months go by, as the sittings go by, should I say. So I'm going to give you a little mini presentation on SMEs, but I'm also going to refer you to an article by Graham Holt this time. I'm going to refer you to an article by Graham Holt. But first of all, I just want to give you a bit of flavour for SME accounting. I don't want to give you too much because it's just a mini presentation and I don't want to overwhelm you. But we're going to do a little bit of economics first. There is a widely held economic philosophy that it's good for the economy as a whole if we reduce the burden of bureaucracy on small and medium entities. Might sound slightly perverse, but the idea goes something like this. Not only is it good for the entrepreneurs if the entrepreneurs get rich, but it's also good for everybody. I'll say that again. Not only is it good for the entrepreneurs if entrepreneurs get rich, it's good for everybody if entrepreneurs get rich. Why is that? Well, the people that believe in this philosophy, which frankly seems to be everybody at the moment, argue that the SMEs, the small and medium entities with their entrepreneurial ideas, like this little entity, London School of Business and Finance, these entrepreneurial businesses are the drivers of the economy. Seems a bit extreme to me, that. I mean, Tesco's and Microsoft also drive the economy. But the people who are into this philosophy, they argue that the SMEs provide a disproportionate drive to the economy. So the more that we can encourage the SMEs, the better for the SMEs, but the better for everybody, because the economy, you know, keeps moving smoothly along. Hopefully it doesn't overboil. Anyway, that's the philosophy. So how can we encourage SMEs to continue to perform? What we can do is reduce the burden of bureaucracy. And one of the things that we can do to reduce the burden of bureaucracy is we can make tax forms simpler. We can make tax legislation simpler. We can allow audit exemption. And we can make accounting for small and medium entities simpler. And that's the idea of the IFRS for SMEs. It creates an idea called big gap, little gap. Big gap, little gap. It's a nickname, right? Gap, generally acceptable accounting principles. And big gap is, you know, the full IFRS, and little gap is the IFRS for SMEs. Now, the IFRS for SMEs is a separate IFRS. It's actually very, very similar to big gap. So little gap and big gap are not that dissimilar. But what the IFRS for SMEs does is it simplifies this, and it simplifies that, and it simplifies the other. Now, when the examiner comes to examine SME accounting, he will be looking for some of the detail. Now, to get the detail, you need to look at the examiner's article. It's a pretty good article, actually. It's in the ACCA Global website. You go to the P2 section, You click into technical articles and you'll see Graham Holt's article on SMEs. Now, that article on SMEs has got lots of detail on in what way SME accounting is smaller than full IFRSs. But it's also got the most important thing of all. Really, the most important thing of all about SME accounting is to understand the economic driver. The examiner is not only going to examine the detail, he's going to ask you, why do you need an IFRS for SMEs? And the answer is to reduce the burden of bureaucracy on entrepreneurs. Because entrepreneurial businesses are the drivers of the economy. So this little background stuff that I'm giving you, I'm not just giving you for background, I'm giving you because I'm expecting it in the exam. Okay? So the most important thing about SME accounting is the background, the reason for SME accounting. But also important is the content of the IFRS for SMEs. Graham Holt has told you what he wants you to know in his article on SME accounting, and it's on the P2 website on acccaglobal.com within the technical articles section. Good luck with that, and very good luck with your P2 studies. And I think I'll give you a bit of very specific advice. On the day when you're doing the exam, be aggressive. Keep going. It's such an important part of P2. Be aggressive. Good luck, guys.